Good morning, Wonder Woman of the world. Can I get some thumbs ups whether you can hear me or not? This is 1 Million Women to Attack, Week 7, Advanced JavaScript. Today, oh, wonderful. Excellent. As you can see, this little thing, it is my hope that it will work so that I can perhaps during today's lecture stand up and we can do something new today because we want to talk about advanced JavaScript and the event loop. And in order to talk about the event loop today, I have to write a little bigger. Okay, but I'm hoping that this little microphone here will allow me to share with you. We want to talk about a little review here for those of you who are advanced. And for those who are beginners, maybe something new. We want to talk about the queue. I hope I can spell it. The stack and the heap. And I just have to make sure I write in very big letters, or you tell me if you need more. So today we'll talk about the event loop in JavaScript. We will go through a couple of functions running, and if we have time, we could maybe even look into how a recursive function, for example, our continent counter, actually is implemented in the computer. Are you excited? Is that okay? Yeah, we're experimenting every day. Hopefully it's a little better. So as the time goes on, maybe we can get more and more better and better at switching between screen and whiteboard and things like that. All right, that's it from me. Great. All right. I will see you all at 10 o'clock a.m. For the class as usual, and 11 a.m. for the Q&A. I received a very good suggestion today that maybe in the member portal we could try to highlight the current week, because people are welcome to come and join even now. This is one question that we get, but maybe it's just a bit easier to find the material if it is completely up, like it will highlight where we are. I don't know if Kartra quite allows that, but we will try. And if not, then the good news is now our own website is, first it's open now to the volunteers, but over time we can also bring over our courses. And what I was trying to say is this is the member portal DIY section. So within the courses, today we are on week 6 here. And today is day 3. I want to thank you for all the volunteers who helped put this together, especially Virginia Balcero from Uruguay, who is amazing. Please, really, I'm so grateful to her. She put all of this together. She updates every day. Jessie are also, is originally from Mexico but lives in Slovakia, if I'm correct. It's just such an international group. It's lovely. For the golden VIPers, I also want to just quickly log in. I just have to do it off screen because there's some sensitive passwords there when I log in there. Okay. So you have a bit more content compared, well, quite a bit more content compared to the DIYers, and then it's the same. I think maybe what we could do is also add the link to the GitHub Classroom once it's ready, so that you know how to, where to submit the homework. what day it is anymore. Oh my gosh. Greg says, it would be helpful for those of us up in the middle of the night who haven't a clue what day it is anymore. Lol, laugh out loud. Yes, I really appreciate all of you in the US, especially. This is the middle of your night. I have good news for you. The Winter of Data, I will be hosting from Silicon Valley, Santa Clara. So that means it will be US morning time from 9 a.m. onwards. And so it will be Europe afternoon time. And, well, hopefully you're available during the day. Okay, are there any questions? I think there's some things going on in the Discord that I need to look after. There seem to be some suspicious things. I want to make sure that the community is safe. We are working on community guidelines. But please rest assured, if we have any doubt, we will take... Well, first, we were just doing some research, so Stack Overflow's code of conduct I think applies. So I want to give a warning to anybody. Basically, we're implementing a similar code of conduct. What our expectations are. If you do unacceptable behavior, which means you make anybody feel uncomfortable, or you use subtly unfriendly or any kind of subtly disturbing language, absolutely no harassment. Please report to do an moderator in Discord and let us know. And enforcement, I think if we follow Stack Overflow's enforcement, I think it's a good idea. So we will say that if it's the first time misconduct and it's small, then we will give you a warning, and that should be enough. If we see that you do it again, then we will create account suspension for 1 day or 1 week, depending on how it is, and have a discussion. Otherwise, we do reserve the right for an account expulsion for anybody that is making other people uncomfortable. So sorry to make that announcement, but just wanted to make sure that all the rest of us feel safe and good. I don't think it was that strong, but I just want to catch it when it's still very, very, very slight or very light question mark, instead of waiting until something happens. Okay, great. One more announcement. Let's talk about the volunteer application. So 1millionwomentech.com is now open. It is open only for volunteer applications. Long term, we're aiming, of course, to bring in lots and lots of jobs for all of you, paid jobs and work experiences to go through. But we're testing actually the site out, and also these plugins. This is WordPress WP Job Manager plugin. And as you know, we have 7 groups that you can apply to, as well as if you would like to just help out here and there, you can be a casual helper. If you have less than 5 hours a week commitment available to you, then we welcome you to just help out with tasks, or if we have a sudden urgent deadline, or somebody needs to go on vacation, if we just need a sudden increase in woman power, then please join the casual helper pool. This 7 groups and 7 roles are based on the 24 Assets book. Let me just switch back here to the camera 1 second. Please make sure that you have read it. This is the paperback version, but you can get the down here. We have a link for you to where is it? Here it is. We have an Audible Invite, which means you can get it for free as an Audible. If you haven't had Audible before, your first book is free. Or it's also available on the Amazon Kindle Unlimited trial, which you don't need a Kindle for, by the way. You can read it in your browser. There's a Kindle Cloud Reader, so you could technically speaking get the book for free by getting a free Kindle Unlimited trial. That gives you 30 days free access, and then you get this book into that, which then is free, and then you read it in your browser in the Kindle Cloud Reader, and just make sure then that you would finish your subscription. Alternatively, you're very welcome to get the book, because we'll be using this for the coming years. I mean, definitely for years, and I'm sure our understanding will improve. And so the 7 groups we ask that you choose one to apply to. If you're interested in more than one, then just pick the one that you're most interested in, but tell us. For example, let's say you are interested, I don't know, in branding assets. Yeah, you read through it, you choose one of the rapid action items. Let's say you make a list of celebrities of teams would like to sponsor if money was no object, okay? And then you say, hey, here are all the celebrities I think would be fantastic for 1 million women to tech. And when you apply for your job, you give us your passion letter. And in the passion letter, you can mention if there are maybe other groups as well that you're interested in. And then send the application. Cool. Are there any questions? I'm happy to take questions always. Always nice. This is our this is my printed version. This is the more generous version, by the way, because we have one also that we did with the team. It has the one with the team has a lot more beds. The more women get together, the more critical we get of ourselves. But this was mine. I gave sufficient green and yellows where I thought we were already making progress. But the official one is very red. You'll see it on the weekly update on Friday. Well, hi, Consuela Wellington. Hi, Sea Lion. Awesome to see you. Any questions? Any questions, comments? Little things you saw in the community? Sisterhood? One thing maybe I can say is we get asked this question, or I got asked this question when I went in to pitch at Facebook London. Oh, how is this different? And this was several months ago. I'm happy to report that Facebook Developer Circles is one of our official partners. If you've come to the opening, then you saw them, and we had the hackathon. So at Facebook, I almost got attacked and asked by one of the university recruiters, so how is this any different? And I said, well, I guess the biggest difference is that it's all women. But now I can think that I feel like I can explain that a lot more than I could 2 months ago or 3 months ago, which is that it's very unlikely that Udacity or Coursera or edX will become all women tomorrow. Like, I think that's fairly unlikely. And second is this community aspect, which we have been talking about with the core volunteers. And I would love to hear all of your thoughts, how to express this better. Because the word community is overused. We see it everywhere. But there is something to the fact that there are people like Rox who will stay up in the middle of the night, the whole night, to come and study, and is extremely intelligent and funny, and gives the whole community a completely uplifted vibe. I've been experimenting with the word sisterhood in a positive sense. Sea Lion, is there a category for chief schmoozer? Sea Lion, if you want to be a chief schmoozer, you could join me. So yes, there is. There are 2 at least. Joke aside, I just removed the thing because this was a bit reflective. So there are 2 places I would say. One is you could work with me directly in the culture asset. So this is the group I'm going to take, and it's the key people of influence. So I'm going to work on this as my first rapid action items, to be honest. The other place within, again, the culture group would be, I think it's within marketing and sales. So because we are a nonprofit, technically speaking, for us, this is called more, the sales is really called fundraising, to be honest. And the marketing is probably something like partnerships or affiliations. But this is definitely the chief schmoozer area where we try to find the best partners and choose them. Rox says the community is amazing and supportive of each other. Yeah. Rox, by the way, can we just all give a huge round of applause to Rox? She is here every single day, and even for the teaser. Like, I would understand if, you know, she just came to the class and otherwise, like, but she is here all the time, so this is for you. A little dance too. And I can't wait to meet you. Sea Lion says, I feel like the difference is that our collaborative learning and our hackathons are more learning experiences rather than competitions. Wow. That's really well put. Thank you. May I quote you, Sea Lion? I think that's very helpful. Maybe we can put this out as a question to the community, because we really need to answer this very well, and not just once, but on our website, you know, on our partnership brochures when we go after to get you all jobs. That's the next stage, to be honest. So please make sure you get certified and graduate and do well. Yeah, that's fabulous. Sea Lion. Sea Lion, I'm just taking a note here. Difference in probably learning. Yay, Ross. Okay. So please keep an eye out for any kind of good verbiage or expressions that, or if you come up with anything that is, interesting. This might be a good blog. This might be one of the first good blog posts on our main site. Maybe I'll do that and ask everybody to contribute their saying and their thoughts instead of Facebook, because our Facebook group is quite strong, but Facebook is it's really difficult to rely on Facebook. They keep changing the rules, and so I've been advised many times, both from the technology side and the nonprofit side and the business side, that we really work on building, you know, a website that yourselves, the volunteers, we can make decisions about. Rox says, I wouldn't say no competition. There is a bit of that for some of us to try and do the very best possible. But also not the same as competition when men are involved so much. It's true. Jesse RS, yes, I agree with Sea Lion. Our community empower each other. Yes, but our competition with ourselves and each other. Interesting. So competition, there is something around collaboration and competition here going on. 40 of those that are also trying. Wow, this is fabulous. Oh, awesome. We will answer this question very well. I'm sure when we, Chief Schmoozers, please raise your hands and raise your pens and your keyboards and help us to schmooze these corporates. Thank you. That's it from me. I'll see you at 10 o'clock. We will be both whiteboarding and coding. I'll probably code locally. I'll see you soon. Bye. Yeah, like sharing your experiences on the blog. Exactly. I don't know how best to do it. I think first we'll do like one blog post and ask people to comment, and then the best comments we will invite as guests to make a guest blog in your own name. I've seen that happen in Ariana Huffington's new post, Thrive Global. Actually, we got invited to write for her as well. So yeah, we can take this quite far. Wow, stuff is rolling in. Sea Lion, I encourage people to post their codes. Others can learn from other questions. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, wow. That's brilliant, actually. That's what we can do. That's the real thing, yeah? Priya Prabhinder Kaur. Priya Prabhinder Kaur. I think that is just part of the initial juggling. The position. Priya, you mean when I got asked this question by the recruiters, they tried to... Okay. I'll see you at 10. Yes, bye Jesse. Oh, Bituin Kalanda, I think this group is the perfect example of what is being labeled as 21st century education. There's critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity and innovation. Oh my gosh, Bituin, you're hired and hugged and wow. Awesome. May I quote you? I'm just taking notes here. Rox says, see you all in just a half an hour. Goes to make a lot more coffee. Thank you, Lynn and Lynn. Thank you. And I noticed that some of you are doing meditation during this time or yoga. So yeah, please enjoy the break. And I'll see you soon. Bye.